Wait a minute. Do I smell burning bodies? It smells like it's coming from inside this grill. Let's take a look. Jesus Christ! Holy guacamole! Jinkies! How'd that get in there? That's not good! I should really do something about this instead of opening and closing this grill over and over again! Okay.
Too much!
Hey!
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Dexter New Blood. This is my next review for Season 1. This is for Episode 2, titled Storm of Fuck. Now, admittedly, this sounds like the biggest Deb title you'll ever friggin' get, honestly. I don't know. But anyway, so Episode 2 of New Blood, I love this episode. This is another great episode. We basically pick up right where we left off after the last one, and it's exactly what I said. We are now getting an investigation on Matthew, because obviously Dexter is not covering it up like he used to. You know, he doesn't have a river to dump off these bodies, or he doesn't have, you know, somewhere to actually bring this. So we're actually seeing kind of a downfall. We're actually going back to the roots of the show, which is what I really like about this show already, is that Dexter is the one being investigated. It's like Season 2 all over again. And he's having to cover his tracks now to try to, you know, figure everything out. And right away, I knew this episode was going to be great when literally in the opening of the episode, you have Harrison that confirms that cancer killed Hannah over the time skip. And she's been dead for 3 years. I mean, could you get any better than that? Like, I mean, straight up. Like, Clyde Phillips straight up came back, took his show back and said, fuck her, and like just moved on. Love it. Listen, already a massive, like just compliment for this show is killing Hannah off screen, which shows you that her character doesn't matter. I said it. Her character does not matter. She sucks, and I'm glad that she's gone. I'm so glad that she's gone and that they killed her off screen. I don't even care to see her again. I'm glad that they killed her off. So that is already a huge W for this episode. Now, we get introduced to a few characters. We got Angela's daughter that gets introduced in this one. Her and a few of her friends kind of introduce themselves to Harrison. Her name is Audrey. She is not exactly biologically Angela's, but it's her adopted daughter. So we get introduced to her. We can kind of tell there's definitely something going on between her and Harrison. They seem to kind of like each other by the looks of it. And we've got, you know, the investigation that's going down. You've got this Kurt guy who is played by Clancy Brown, who is one of the greatest actors of all time. I'm so happy to have him on this show. And he is kind of investigating his son's death, because Matthew is this guy's son. So he's kind of, you know, freaking out. You get a really, really menacing speech from him in this episode. As, you know, you can see that he's definitely a concerned father, and he definitely feels the weight of what happened, and he's angry. So what's going to happen, you know? Because Dexter obviously is covering this up, but his dead body is literally just right on his property, buried. So Dexter's going to have to get rid of that. And now you've got his father that's going to be, like, seriously involved in everything. So now Kurt is going to be a massive, massive problem. And, well, during the course of this episode, kind of as it plays out, we have these sequences which were really creepy of this woman in this, like, this room. She's, like, locked in this, like, room all on her own, this, like, hotel room. And this is the same woman that we saw last episode that Angela helped. It's, like, this homeless woman. And she kind of realizes over the course of these scenes that she's trapped in this room and there's no way for her to get out. Now, obviously, this is the killer. Now, we have not revealed who the killer is, which, until they do, I'm not going to talk about who the killer is because, you know, maybe some people are following along on the reviews. I don't know. Yeah, it's really intense. It's a scary scene to see that woman captured in that environment. And I really felt like, I don't know, the show got back to its creepiness this episode. It got back to its, like, unnervingness, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that genuinely makes you just on the edge of your seat. Like, will Dexter get discovered? Oh no, like, there's this woman captured or whatever. Who's the killer? It's a mystery. You know, we haven't had anything like that in a while. And to this degree, to where it's actually scary, not, you know, some of the stuff they did in the later seasons. This episode actually felt very intense. And I liked that, you know, Angela, at first I thought she was going to get upset because you got Harrison that's kind of walked into, you know, Dexter's life, or Jim's life as he calls himself. And, you know, you kind of think like Angela's going to be upset. And then she kind of reveals that she's dealing with her own parenting kind of issues as well, too. So, yeah, Angela really did stand out for me this episode. She stands out for me in general on the show. She's really, really good. And then, obviously, to continue the trend this season, we also have Deb, which has hallucinations with Dexter. One of the ones that I thought was insane was in the vehicle where Dexter, like, is like sitting there and he like screams out like in anger. He's just getting so frustrated. But you can tell that Deb is kind of like, she kind of knows that Dexter deserves like pretty much everything that's bad that's gonna happen to him. And you know, Dexter kind of is like imagining that that's the type of Deb that would be talking to him. It's like someone that says, "You're gonna fucking kill again, aren't you?" You know, it's that reminder that Dexter's back, but now he has to cover his tracks. You know what I'm saying? So really cool. And we clearly get from the looks of it, Harrison that's not really fitting in with these like teens or whatever, right? They kind of go through his bag in this one, which, you know, they're kind of jerks in their own right. But Harrison's aware of this. He's not stupid. And I must say, Harrison, I will say, now actually getting like a full-on episode with him, the actor is amazing. The actor is absolutely incredible. I love his acting. He genuinely feels like what Dexter's son would feel like. He even kind of looks like him. He talks like him somewhat too. Like it's actually really impressive what they've been able to do with him. So yeah, this episode did a lot. Introducing Matt's father, confirming Hannah's death, getting more stuff on Angela, Audrey's introduction. You had more, you know, investigation stuff. Dexter having to cover his tracks. Deb, you know, hallucinations as usual were fantastic. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Episode 2 is an absolute flawless banger of an episode, and I absolutely loved what they did with this one. So let me know your thoughts on Dexter New Blood, Episode 2. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I'm going to give it a perfect 10 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, guys, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for Dexter. Be sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Dexter New Blood. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.